Bobbi. I'm so excited to introduce Bobbi Segura. I am sure everybody knows who Bobbi Segura is, but in case you do not, she is the regional manager for Women Lead Change, an incredible statewide, maybe nationwide. You need to fill us in on how big you guys are. I know you're growing and growing and growing, but organization serving beautiful women, leaders all over the country. So welcome, Bobbi. Happy to talk to you today. So tell me a little bit about you first, and then we'll learn about WLC.
Well, thank you, Catherine. I'm glad to be here. Yes, my official title is Regional Manager for Women Lead Change. And in that role, I work to bring successful events to networking opportunities to people that provide an opportunity for women and men to learn and develop their leadership skills. And you mentioned we're bigger than just Iowa. We are global. We have positioned ourselves as a global organization. We're a nonprofit, and we love the fact that we actually expand beyond the borders of Iowa. So I love working with this organization. It's like my dream job. And so I get to work with some very interesting people, many of them women. I work closely with the Women Connect groups. I work with the Metro Women Connect group, which is in Central Iowa. And I've also recently gotten the opportunity to work with the Quad Cities Women Connect group. And those are a group of company leaders who get together on a monthly basis, and they share best practices at their meetings, and then also help us to design quarterly leadership development workshops that we can present to their employees and to the public. The other thing that I do a lot, spend a lot of time on, is our Central Iowa conference, which is held every year in the fall. It's October 27th and 28th. It will be a hybrid conference. And part of that is that I get to work with the steering committee. And I'll just share a little bit about that group. That is a group of leaders that represent all the committees that we depend on to pull the conference off in October. I had to list them: the program committee, the marketing committee, scholarships, student track, men's track, exhibits, and volunteers. Those are all the committees, and the leaders of those committees make up the steering committee. So that I get to work with that group all year long. It's so exciting. But just one little aside, I started my life with Women Lead Change as a volunteer on the steering committee. And that is how I got involved. It's been 12 years ago, I think. Our founder, Diane Ramsey, I met her actually at a NABO, National Association of Women Business Owners, Iowa networking event. And she recruited me to be on that first steering committee that brought the conference to Des Moines all those years ago. And I was a volunteer for many years, and then joined the staff. And so I love it.
Obviously, and you're so good at it, so good. And I remember when WLC was a smaller organization, and look, you're now global. So it's so neat to see how you've grown, but you have great programming, great events. It's incredible what you guys do and what you offer members. I love attending personally your events, and just incredible. It's such a close group of women supporting each other in so many ways. So kudos to great work, Well, gosh, this is so neat. Bobbi is key and instrumental with our Black and Brown Business Summit, which is why I'm so excited to talk to you today. So you mentioned the steering committee and all those other groups that are making your conference great. Well, Bobbi is one of our leaders that is indeed making our Black and Brown Business Conference great. So Bobbi, thank you so much for being involved. You're one of the key leaders in our organization as we embark on this brand new journey, which is really exploding and very exciting. So tell us about your involvement and your passion to be involved. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm excited about this summit because I really feel like it showcases West Des Moines and Metro Des Moines as a place that supports Black, Indigenous, and people of color in business. It really is. It is saying out loud and in front, this community supports this. And it's all about entrepreneurs, and I have a special heart for entrepreneurs. And this gives me an opportunity to help them to find resources to succeed. And I'll tell you, there are two personal reasons why I am supporting this. Number one, my grandparents had their own small business in the Quad Cities. It was a restaurant. After both my grandmother and my grandfather retired from their jobs, my grandmother with the school system and my grandfather with John Deere in the Quad Cities, they started a little Mexican restaurant. And my grandfather is Mexican, so I qualify as one of those brown people. And here's the connection that maybe you don't know, is that my grandfather lived in Valley Junction as a boy. And so that is my connection to West Des Moines, and it goes way back for me. I am so the entrepreneurs and West Des Moines and having the Hispanic background all kind of just really wrap in together with the work that I get to do every day at Women Lead Change.
Yeah, that's amazing. No, I didn't know that. So that is fabulous. It's nice to do these interviews because I get to know people more and better, even though we work alongside for hours and hours, right? On the summit,
Right.
so that's really, really interesting. I love that so much. What a wonderful, wonderful story. So I guess, what are your main goals, do you think, that you'd like to see come out of the summit? As we are working with these businesses, what would be your main, goal that you'd like to see them come away with after the summit?
Well, I feel like the entrepreneurs that we're working with should be able to have a good idea on the resources that are available to them. And I hope that this really instills a powerful instinct in them to know that they can go ahead and that they have the support and they have the resources. I've been a small business owner myself in the past, and it's really important to know that you have a community of knowledgeable people behind you to help you, because it's not easy. Owning your own business means that you only work half days. It's just which 12 hours of the day you choose to work, right? So, and this really falls well into what Women Lead Change is all about. And we're intentional about advancing women leaders, and that includes women of color. And women leaders are small business owners. Women leaders are those who work in their communities. And our conference theme this year is Joining Voices, Leaders for Equity. And that focuses really on diversity, equity, and inclusion. So this falls right into everything that we believe in, everything that I believe in.
I love this. I love to see so many different organizations doing great work like this. And obviously, we're all trying our hardest. I'm trying really hard to be an ally. And, I think we all are right now. So that's just so neat to hear about your programming.
Well, and I think too that a lot of these, hopefully, some of these folks who will be involved in this summit will be able to work with the larger corporations in the metropolitan area, and because companies that aren't being intentional about their recruitment and retention of women and developing their vendor networks are really going to be left behind in today's workplace. If it is known that you really truly walk the walk, that you talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, you will attract all the best people to your company. And our organization measures some of those metrics, and we feel like it's important, that it's more important. Not that it wasn't important before, but it's even more important today in today's social and business climate.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I want to ask you, what was the business that you did have? What was your business?
Oh, I had a marketing and communications consulting firm.
Oh, nice. Okay. I don't know if I knew that. So,
Yeah, it was back in the days when it's funny to say this now, but it was sort of cutting edge to be a virtual agency. And I worked with several creative folks, writers and designers and internet website designers, and we worked as a virtual agency. And but it's become something that, well, everybody's doing right now. But yeah, so it gave me the opportunity to really. I'd been in that business, and I was an owner in a graphic design firm before that too. So I've had the opportunity a couple times.
neat, neat. So I understand your passion for entrepreneurship. So you've been there, done that. Yeah. Love that. Love that. Well, thank you so much, Bobbi. Thank you for spending the time today. And again, thank you for all of your time and amazing ideas to make the summit great, because it's going to be so good. So we're just really, really blessed that you're involved. So very, very grateful. So
Happy to be involved. I think it's a really important thing that we're doing, and we just want to make sure that we keep on track with the hard work that we're doing, and give people an opportunity to get involved.
exactly. Well, thank you, Bobbi. Thanks for taking the time and enjoy your afternoon.
Thanks, Catherine.